Is the franchise of Scream dead? I'm Tony Britton, show you how movies waste your time or not. In the case of Scream 7, not only do I think it will, but it might also butcher a 30-year-old franchise forever. The 2-year-old controversy that's still haunting the franchise gave me an idea in a previous video to bet against the Rotten Tomatoes score and box office performance of Scream 7. So, will I be wrong, or will this really impact the overall franchise? So there's two main reasons why this new film might kill the entire franchise. The first one being the controversy. Melissa Barrera, the very good lead actress of Scream 5 and 6, posted on her Instagram story the next thing. Okay, Gaza is currently being treated like a concentration camp, cornering everyone together with nowhere to go, no electricity, no water. People have learned nothing from our histories, and just like our histories, people are still silently watching it all happen. This is genocide and ethnic cleansing. So what was Spyglass' response? This is anti-Semitic, so she's fired. Of course, people got angry at this, and even with the backlash, Spyglass still didn't retract their decision. To make matters worse, co-star Jenna Ortega, who plays her sister in those films, and the director duo of Scream 5 and 6, quit. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that, if it happened to a superhero movie, would be the most controversial talked about thing ever. The horror community is a bit smaller than the superhero community, so in general pop culture, it doesn't seem that big. Still, for fans, this was a low point in the franchise. Second reason, story choices. Taking aside that for many this was an unjustified firing, the choice to bring back Sidney Prescott with Neve Campbell's performance felt like a complete regression for what 5 and 6 have been building with these two actresses' roles. Sidney wasn't even in the last one, and even though it wasn't planned, I feel that it helped the franchise because you gave more of a spotlight to the new characters. Also, logically, Sidney has seen Ghostface come back too many times, and with Scream 7 will be the 6th time she does. How can you not tell me that this is already hurting the franchise? Among some new controversies, this is why I don't think critics will love this movie and why audiences will not be that excited to go and watch it. That's why in my previous video I predicted that in its opening weekend will get 47% or lower on Rotten Tomatoes and will only earn 20 million or less in the domestic box office, which is low compared to other films in the franchise except for Scream 4. I'm so sure about this prediction that I even say that if I'm wrong, I will open a hole in my body for the first time as a punishment. An ear piercing to be exact. Ugh, it probably won't get an exaggerated 0% or something like that because the movie doesn't look that bad from the trailers. It's written by the first Scream writer, but it's also directed by him, and when it's about his last film and the only film he's made, this was the Rotten Tomatoes score. But this is what's interesting about this case. Even if the film ends up being just fine, I think the perception of critics and audiences is already affected. Their judgment will be clouded by the choices shown on screen and made behind it. Or maybe they'll just be happy to see familiar faces, and that will be enough for them. In a couple of days, we'll find out. Before we see if this film will surely kill the franchise, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the results and see if I get an ear piercing for being wrong. So, will Scream 7 kill the franchise? I think we already answered how this might kill it, but more interestingly is how it might save it. And the only way out I see, judging by the story choices, is if this film is an exceptional Scream movie. I'm not necessarily saying that it has to be the best one, but it has to impact the fans and surprise them in a good way so they forget all the turmoil they have gone through in the last couple of years. If it doesn't, the numbers are going to be too low for the studio to trust the franchise anymore. This will be the second time a Scream movie is a failure, and in today's industry, 2 strikes is too much. Anyway, what do you guys think of this prediction? Is this controversy affecting your urge to go and watch Scream 7 too? This was an episode of an ongoing series on my channel called Hit by the Flop, where we predict the success or failure of upcoming 2026 movies. I can't get them wrong. The ear piercing is nothing compared to the other punishments. So subscribe to stay tuned for the next episode of Hit by the Flop, reviews, analysis, and more things related to cinema. And as always, thank you for watching and take care of your time.